Have you guys ever wondered what happens to the deleted content of Azure Latch? So these are like the moves that they'll sneak and then never add to the game and just disappear completely. So I was actually able to find a lot of the stuff that they sneaked before and never added to go ahead and show you guys. But if we actually go over to the Azure Latch Trello, and if you don't know what Trello is, it's just basically a website where people can just put a bunch of information on it. There's a tab all the way at the end here called scrapped stuff. So as you can see, there's a bunch of stuff that was obviously scrapped and deleted from the game. So it looks like the first thing we have here is a first selection map, which is like a question mark scrapped. But if we click on it, you can see that this is the map here. It honestly looks pretty cool, but this is actually similar to if we go back inside of Azure Latch and we turn on this potato map setting. And also real quick, subscribe because like 80% of you guys aren't, and it means a lot. And with that being said, let's just get back into the video. And then if we play the game, you can see it's actually really similar to the one that we have in there. Obviously just like a lower quality so that, you know, it actually runs, because this is meant to be a lower quality map. And then we have this like Hall of Fame here. So I can see honestly why this was scrapped, because I have no idea what they were going to do with this, not gonna lie. Probably just like a section where they could put like fan art on the walls and maybe the leaderboards, but it wouldn't really fit well into either of the lobbies. So maybe they wanted to rework the whole lobby to look like this, but obviously that probably wouldn't work out that well, so that's probably why they scrapped this in the first place. And then right here we have a style skins thing and a Yo Devil Boy thing, which is like what Sai says to Shido when he's like locked up. And then it says like, I'll set you free here and stuff, but obviously this got canceled. I don't know if this was supposed to be some kind of secret awakening or like alluding to the chemical reaction, but like this specific scene here did not get added to the game, so I guess it got scrapped too. But now this is where we get to the exciting stuff, like the cutscenes and variants and everything. So we can see there's this MVP animation that got scrapped. I believe this is something from Elden Ring, and I mean, it looks decent. It honestly does not really fit Azure Latch, but I don't think they care if it fits Azure Latch with the MVPs. That end pose there actually looks like pretty cool. Then we have something here, and what was the reason for the Elden Ring MVP being scrapped from what I heard? Since I'm not entirely sure, I'm thinking that it got entirely scrapped because people were saying it was dog shit in GCs that like this old manager guy was in. And then we have Kiora move scrapped question mark. So I think this is just kind of like, you know, like his breakdance thing. Like if someone crashes into him, he could still get on the floor and start breakdancing. No, I think this happened with like Baro or something similar. And I'm pretty sure it's based off of when he like crashes into Nagi. And then we have another thing that was scrapped called Ultimate Lifeform. So this was a planned MVP for, I believe, cars, and you know, it's just basically based off of this. And then another thing, we have the lion model here. So this was the old model of the lion that you see inside Baro's Awakening. There's also an emote for it. Like, look at this. This would honestly be kind of funny to add, but it would probably like jump scare some people just seeing a lion spawn on the field. Like, imagine you're dribbling up the field and the guy in front of you just like rips this out of nowhere. Next thing we have is Baro Slash. So if we look at the cutscene here, it's actually really similar to the current T-bait steel foot that we have, but obviously the current one is not like a direct slap to the face like this where they get sent flying away. But honestly, this could be like really funny. And now we have a reworked first flow MVP that got scrapped. So you can see it right here. This is just a frame of it. It says this has been repurposed for the upcoming Bullock game Breakthrough. So we can actually go to Breakthrough Discord and see what would have been kind of similar to what we could have gone in as the rework. So let's just go ahead and see it. All right. Yeah, that is definitely better than the one that we have now. This is honestly really cool. It's like short, obviously, because it's kind of a short celebration. But it's animated like really well. I wish we could have gotten this one in the game, but you know, we are not able to get this. But this is like super clean. Shido Ryusei. Yeah. Yeah, I wish that we could have gotten this. Then we also have a Dragon Drive rework that was scrapped. So the image, like the video itself is like low quality, but this is pretty similar to the chemical reaction we have right now. It's just the chemical reaction. You see like the ball from directly behind you. This one, it's just kind of like a side view if we wait a second. Yeah, this one's just kind of like a side view instead of like behind. But it's like really similar to like the one that we have now. And then we have a Big Bang Drive rework that was planned to be added, but obviously like it didn't get added. Shido is bald for some reason here. I personally just like how this frame looks. This frame actually looks pretty beautiful. I wish we could have gotten this. I feel like it would be a lot cooler. But actually, speaking of Big Bang Drive, if we go over here to the Azure Latch Discord, there's like a Shido Big Bang Drive rework that they sneaked about 2 months ago that still hasn't come to the game. So it's not technically like fully confirmed to be deleted, but also I don't know where the hell this is. We have 2 sneaks for it, so we can take a look at the first one here, which I can't lie, this looks a lot better than the current one that we have. It's a very short sneak, obviously, But like just the light rays coming off of the ball and the wings, this looks so much better than the current one that we have. I'm not honestly the biggest fan of these backgrounds that they added, especially instead of the chemical reaction, but I think it looks like kind of fine here, honestly. And then we have the different sneak, which is an even shorter one, but obviously this is for the actual impact on the ball here, which looks pretty sick. I love this like VFX here, like how it's like kind of like a bunch of like images. I don't know how to say it. Like it's very like a unique VFX style here. It looks very cool. And you can also see like his eyes shine a little bit when he's about to shoot it. I just honestly think this is so much better than the current one that we have, and I have no idea where the hell this is. And then next thing we have is Size Overtime Awakening scrapped. So it says here that they lost the file for this, so this is why this like didn't get added. So if we take a look at this, I assume this is just him like kind of talking. So it honestly kind of makes sense why they scrapped this anyways. Because honestly, that'd be kind of boring. The ones that we have now are much better. So this is now where it gets super exciting with the Rin stuff. So we have Acceleration and Nutmeg. So I'll trigger your acceleration and lead you to the opposite side, and I'll destroy you with my own acceleration. So if we take a look at the little video here, this is like when he starts his rampage, when Rin starts his rampage, and then he starts with Naru, and he just nutmegs him. I honestly don't know how they would like implement this into the game. I feel like this could just be a chance to happen instead of the other variant. Like it's 50% for the current one, 50% for this one. Because I honestly think this one looks really cool, and it'd honestly be like kind of satisfying to land a game. So we have another one here for like when he like uses ECE to get past this other guy here. And this one could honestly be pretty easy to add. If you just have like a teammate nearby, it would just play this one. So I feel like this could be really cool. But I honestly don't know if the current developers actually even own the file or the animation for this. And then we have a fake shot variant that actually got scrapped from the game. So if we take a look at this cutscene, honestly it makes sense why this was deleted, because it would be even more cutscene spam. And also, how the hell would they even implement this? Just like fake shot when somebody's in front of you? I don't really know. But it's a cool animation though. So now we have a Botcher and Isagi chemical reaction that was scrapped. And before I show you guys this was probably one of the most like controversial sneaks. So we can see Botcher talking here, and then it goes over to Isagi. You egoist. I'm a striker. And then it ends there. So the main reason why people hated this was like they called it like bobblehead movement. I don't think it's that bad, but it just doesn't fit the style of Azure Latch, I feel like. Especially with like the like text that appears inside of the captions. Like if this was inside a different game, this would be very cool. It just doesn't fit the Azure Latch style, you know. And then we have Clown Isagi, which was also scrapped. How does it feel to be the clown of my story? I don't know why they scrapped this. I think we have something similar in game right now, but it's not exactly like how does it feel to be the clown of my story. We have a finest clown MVP inside the game, but honestly it is not the same thing as this. So if I use like the one that's inside game called my finest clown, it's not really similar to like the actual my finest clown. Like you don't pick them out by their color. So, it's not really my finest clown, honestly. It's just like him, like, slandering Borrow. And then we actually have some scrapped emotes. We have this specialist one from Persona 4, which looks pretty cool, I can't lie. We also have this soda pop emote, especially, you know, when K-pop Demon Hunters was actually going crazy. But this is actually, like, really well animated. Then we have this emote called The Legend Continues, which is like a mini cutscene emote. I assume you only see the cutscene part, but it's actually, like, pretty cool. This is like a Devil May Cry thing that Dante does, so you can see here. And then, like, he puts his hair back. There is a pig emote that was scrapped from the game. I can see why this was scrapped, honestly. And then there's this duel emote, which actually looks pretty cool. It's based off of, like, this part of the manga when Chris Prince and Yuki Miya are, like, posing for a photo shoot together. And this is actually the end of the scrapped stuff on the Patreon. But I actually found even more scrapped stuff. So I actually managed to find the sneak inside the Discord, where, if we play it, you can see anytime that Dawn touches the ball, it plays impact frames for some reason. Which is definitely not needed. I can see if I can try to land on one of them. Like, these are just the impact frames, you know? And this was definitely not needed. I see why they didn't add this to the game. This would just hurt everybody's eyes. It already hurts my eyes. But another thing that they scrapped, which I honestly wish was added to the game, is this Kunigami cutscene. This is the old version of his 5th move. So, like, his hero's lefty shot or whatever. So you can see. Pretty similar to the one we have, but also different. Like, it doesn't have that spinny part. I honestly don't know. Oh, wait, there was more. There was part with the ball. But, I honestly don't know if I like this more than the current one. Because the two ones are similar, but also really different in a way. But what if I told you there's actually a way that I could use this inside game? So, if I use this special command for, like, content creators and testers, you know? Which you guys are actually not allowed to use. Oh, I ended up getting the Bankai Awakening. What? I should be able to use the old variant. What should I do? If this were my last game? Wait, yeah. That's right. Shot from outside my 28-meter range. Zeroing in on the sweet spot for a full power tactical shot. Power superior. That's what I do. The lighting, like, gets messed up a bit there. But I don't know, like, whether or not I prefer that one or the old one. You guys gotta tell me below, like, which ones you guys prefer. Because, honestly, I don't know which one I like more. Because both of them are, like, really good.